right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great NFL Sunday. Obviously, my boys ain't playing, but I'm getting to watch some great NFL action, man. Again, like I said, did the stand-up thing last video. I think I'm gonna stick with it. But man, first of all, thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate you, man. But man, the game of the week, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Los Angeles Rams. I almost said St. Louis. What a game, man. This was that test. You wanted to see, because both of these teams look like they came out on fire. You know, Tampa got the big win against Dallas opening night. Then turned around and got the win against Atlanta, albeit we don't know what Atlanta really is. Or maybe we do. And the Rams came out, they've been doing their thing throughout this season. So you want to know which one was the team? Well, you got chances for right now. It's the Los Angeles Rams, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, my wife's a Lions fan. Well, maybe she's a Lions. She liked the Lions. I think that was her first NFL football game she ever went to, so she just went with them. I don't really think it's her team, though. I think she's Cowboys. But that's another story for another day. I gotta be honest though. Before this season, Stafford going to the Rams, I was like, I'm on a wait and see basis. I'm on a wait and see. I've seen what he did in Detroit. Wasn't much of nothing. Never had a playoff win. I was able to put up some numbers, but it's never amount to much. Well, you give him Sean McVay, Cup. There for real, guys. If you haven't got the message yet, you should know that the Los Angeles Rams are for real. Man, I did not see them being that. Just when this thing first happened, I did not see them being this good. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl defending champs. You know what? I'm not putting too much stock into this loss for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because this is. I picked the Cowboys to beat Tampa Bay before the game when everybody said I was crazy. No, majority of Tom Brady-led teams is more about December, January playoffs. You know, that's kind of where that's when things really he really tried to get everything clicking on all cylinders. So early in the season, you know, they start filling things out. But I'm gonna say this: ain't no filling out to that secondary. That secondary is not good. that front line, cool. Linebacking core, cool, but that secondary is not good. They're injury riddled and they're young. Now we know throughout Tom Brady's career, the one thing that he has had, far as to be a champ, to win a Super Bowl, he's had, for the most part, not all the time, but a lot of times he's had good defenses. So that secondary is going to be key. Now I expect the Bucs to make some moves here. Tom Brady and LeBron James are a lot alike. Now, a little bit different with LeBron, because we've seen LeBron bounce from Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland, now LA. Well, Tom Brady, now that he's in Tampa, it's win now. You know, it's win now. I know he want to play till he's 50. We'll see if he defies those odds. But it's win now, so they don't have time to really develop the upcoming secondary guys. They ain't got time to really say, all right, let's see what this young man got with that. No. You don't know how much. He may want to play till he's 50, but we all know that's not likely. Now, hey, I'm not saying he won't do it. He is Tom Brady. This guy defied every type of logic that we've ever tried to throw on him. So I'm not taking that from him. But what I will say is that I do believe that Tom Brady is going to kind of, hey, do something about that secondary over there. So we've heard the name Richard Sherman flirting around. I don't know much about that, but we've heard them being a little interested in him. But they're gonna have to do something about that secondary. Now, don't get me wrong, ain't no secondary gonna look phenomenal against the Rams. All right, that I don't know where they're getting these guys from. But Matthew Stafford landed in his perfect spot. He's with the perfect coach. The receivers, I mean, he got all the weapons, all right? He got everything he need. But we got to say the same thing about Tom Brady, right? Right? So what you expect in this game was a shootout. You're expecting the Bucs to be able to put up a little bit more than 17 points 24 points in this game. You expect a little bit more than that. Now, normally your team gets you 30 points, you're supposed to win the game. 24, But against this Rams offense, and then that defense, man, the Rams are early Super Bowl contender. Now, this is early. It's early, guys. But this is a Super Bowl. You look at what they got. And let me say this, and I don't care how many Rams games I bring to you guys and I talk about. I'm going to say this. I'm gonna give the Rams defensive secondary one props above it. And I know they got Jalen Ramsey and all that. Those guys tackle. I say this, I said it before and I say it again. I wish every NFL team would take their secondary to a Rams game and say, sit your butt down and watch what a secondary is supposed to do. And they start with their leader, Jalen Ramsey. That man, you can tell when someone's just trying to get a tackle to get out. He's just trying to get a tackle and get out of here. No, or just trying to maybe knock you down or make it like he tried. That's not Jalen Ramsey. You can see when he had the guy, it was important to wrap up, not and stop that play right there. He brings that energy, and you see him put it on his guys. He put it on them. Hey, you got to tackle. You know, he's like a general on that field with that team. That's why that level of play has risen in that secondary, because they take pride in tackling. That's why you don't see the breakaway plays like that. You don't see them because the secondary is going to tackle. You know, they're going to come up. They're going to lay a hit. They're going to wrap up. They're not going to come up. You watch a Ram game, you don't see much of this. You know, I ain't going to wrap up. I ain't going to come hit you with a shoulder. No, they wrap up. So they stop the yards after catch. They minimize those. And I think that is so big. And I just want to give the Rams secondary that credit. I watched it before. I watched it. Every time I watch them, I notice that they do not allow yards after catch. That's important. Once they get a hold on you, it's over. You're going down. Secondly, you still got Aaron Donald. Let's not forget, maybe the best defensive, go down to one of the best defensive players of all time. You got him. You know, you got Golston. I mean, and then you add Matthew Stafford to an already loaded offense. Now you just pull out Jared Goff and put in Stafford and, well, yeah. I mean, upgrade. I really want to say, man, that the Bucs' biggest question is their secondary. And I'm going to say this right now. If they don't do something about that secondary, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a long season. It's going to be an early. They're not going back. If they don't fix that Super Bowl, if they don't fix that secondary, there's no Super Bowl this year. That secondary got to step up. Now, there's no knock on the Bucs, and no knock on Tom, and no knock on everything else. But that secondary got to get fixed. That's going to hold them back. So, with that being said, guys, that's my take on the Los Angeles Rams versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys be great.